Technology is all around us. In my apartment, I have a laptop, which I'm on right now, a smartphone, and a tablet. All of these sources are connected to the internet, which means I can get news electronically. So if I go to Google right now, I see that the Senate passes a deal, and that was posted on the Wall Street Journal 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago. Years and years ago, reporters went and did their research, then came back to their desks and wrote a story, and the story was published in the next day's paper. The turnaround time for producing news used to be 7, 8, 9 hours, and now we're down to something that was posted instantly in 5 minutes. The first way technology is disrupting the news industry is by decreasing the production and the distribution time. People want to know the news as soon as possible, and companies must rush to publish news. This can lead to errors and misrepresentation of the facts. Just a few years ago, with the Sandy Hook incident with the shooting, so many different reports came out conflicting about who the shooter was, what had happened, and lots of them weren't the truth. Agencies felt the need to publish the news so quickly, and were able to do so almost instantaneously with all this technology, and viewers were able to access it instantaneously. But rushing through this process led to an unthorough research and inaccurate information. This jeopardizes the integrity of the news industry. This problem isn't only with news agencies reporting inaccurate or not very thoroughly researched information. The growth of technology has led to a problem of the growth of social media. Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. Every second, thousands of people, probably millions of people, are updating their status, making a new tweet, something like that. This is our second example of how technology disrupts the news industry. Social media is addictive. Everyone's on Facebook. When I go to class, you see students, all of them, on their phones, checking their Facebook, which means they can get the news or reports instantaneously, even faster, meaning inaccurate news spreads even faster. Additionally, many people rely on social media for their news, again disrupting the news industry. People no longer need to sit down and read a paper, or even now go online to CNN.com. People can just go on their Facebook or go on their Twitter and just see a new status, and the headline is all they need. People are happy with this one-line tweet about the news industry. My friends hardly read the news, and they just get by on those headlines. Again, we're disrupting the news industry because the news industry needs to produce full stories, have staff that write the stories, and publish them in online resources or even print resources that people are relying less and less on. Now, I spent most of this time talking about how technology is disrupting news that is already published electronically. But we have to remember that news isn't and wasn't always just published electronically, not just on www. Wherever you're going. News used to be in newspapers and print, and newspapers must really adjust to survive. So at home, for our local paper, my mom was outraged because the newspaper monthly subscription price went up $4. The justification for the increase in $4 was now you can access the whole newspaper online. Well, my mom likes reading the newspaper, the regular newspaper, and doesn't need an online access. But regardless of what she needed, the industry is forced to move towards this online to reach out to more viewers and more people that want it online. So other viewers have to suffer. And if the newspaper industry doesn't do that, it's going to have a really hard time surviving just on print. So technology continues to disrupt the news industry by forcing writers to report quickly and sometimes inaccurately in order to provide an instantaneous, up-to-date news report. It also causes newspaper industries and news industries to shift to new mediums, moving away from, on newspaper, even on a website, to just Twitter and Facebook social media. And all this is to be received by larger audiences. So the news industry really needs to consider how technology is going to affect the production and distribution of the news.